All right, these are the people. GVS, everybody knows everybody, and then thought it is important to show the pictures. I couldn't get the picture of Chandigarh lady, so I already taken permission that I will not use. Welcome, Vijay. We are missing you. And it's a mix of good gender people. There is no gender bias here. There's a mix of ladies and gentlemen here. Now, Professor G.V.S. Murthy he used to work in Delhi before. Now he is head of the Indian Institute of Public Health in Hyderabad for the Public Health Foundation of India, and he is a primary focus station in community health, community eye health more specifically. Currently, he is heading a very important project in the country called Queen Elizabeth Diamond Jubilee Trust, an initiative for diabetes retinopathy and retinopathy prematurely assisted by a host of people including Professor Claire Gilbert. Professor Takeshi Iwata from Japan, he is not an ophthalmologist by training, but then he is most part of his life is spending on the molecular and genetic basis understanding of the many eye diseases including age-related macular degeneration, and we have been working with him for several other projects, L.V. Prasad and Takeshi. Finally, Professor Claire Gilbert, after working 10 years as a clinician, retina specialist actually, ultimately retina guys only lead the world. And she migrated to, very importantly, migrated to operational research, to translation, and then actually leading a lot on retinopathy prematurity. Currently, she is also leading the Diamond Jubilee Trust initiative on diabetic retinopathy and retinopathy prematurity. There are the other host of people, and then I will just say that Rathinam Sivakumar, yesterday she got the prestigious P. Shivareddy Oration Award, and she comes from Arvind Madurai, and her significant contribution, which we'll talk, one is parasitic uveitis. Dr. Rohit Sethi, we talked about from Narayana Nethralaya, Bangalore. He is working significantly on ocular surface, particularly dry eye and keratoconus. Soma Basu come from L.V. Prasad, Hyderabad, Bhubaneswar campus, and he is focusing on translation research on ocular tuberculosis or extrapulmonary tuberculosis. Shubha Chakraborty is our faculty from Hyderabad campus. His focus is on genetics in specific, in general, but genetics of congenital glaucoma in particular. Sayan Basu only yesterday from Hyderabad campus could not come, but he focuses on ocular surface, and those of you who have recently read these articles on disruptive technology of endothelial cell grafting or stem cell therapy, particularly simple endothelial stem cell therapy called SLET, is one who leads from Hyderabad. Vijaya used to be in Madras, but then just few months ago, I think Vijaya has migrated to Singapore, and then her focus, in addition to the glaucoma clinical care, her Chennai glaucoma study is very important landmark study for the country, like efforts in Hyderabad. Then Delhi, Praveen Basist is also working with GVS for a long time and leading the public health phase of I will say the whole country, and leads from the RP center. Particularly, he is keen on how to do the school screening, to how you the government employed ASA workers in public health care, and he is very keen on diabetic retinopathy. And finally, we have Vinay Nangia, we talk of Nagpur, who along with his mentor from Germany, Dr. Jonas Hau, he's translated a lot of things in central India. We did not have, we used to have sorry? Yeah, we'll come to Chandigarh. I told I don't have picture. Then he's the one who used to have a North India study, a South India study, but then he complemented with study from Central India, and then finally the result is gone because picture is not there. From Chandigarh comes Susmita. Unfortunately, when I look at the net, it's all pictures from the net actually. I just changed a little bit here and there from photoshopping. There she is from Chandigarh, again a glaucoma lady, and who has a lot of focus on the basic and operational part of the glaucoma. When I preparing this particular talk, accidentally I went into this particular slide presentation, lecture presentation of both Bill and Melinda Gates, who just few days ago got the Padma Bhushan one of the second most senior civilian award from Government of India. What is the biggest bet for the future? That's what audacious goal actually is, that how can you think about something else? If you have, those of you who have read the book called World is Flat, Thomas Friedman, he talks about why did John Kennedy thought about going to moon. The audacious goal for United States at that time, like we had audacious goal to going to Mars and called Mangalyaan in India. Was it a competition with the Cold War with the Russian? Actually, no. He actually wanted to improve the mathematics, arithmetic skill or thinking capacity of United States, and he thought about let me go there so that people will improve. So this is how it says that 40 years ago, Bill and his childhood friend Paul Allen thought about how to make the computer as friendly as possible, that everybody can actually use it and they get the benefit of it. Everybody laughed at him, but years later today, all of us right now in our pocket or in our bag have got a computer which is using a lot of good work for us. So now in the particular big lecture, which is annual letter of 2014, both Bill and Melinda says that our next few 15-20 years will be the world for the Africa, world for the other Southeast Asian countries, where people will improve their life. To match that, one must do something differently, not do the same thing the way we were doing before. When Paul Siving made his presentation in May Arvo last year, we talked about audacious goals as making a Boeing 747. This is just a picture that where one plane can sit on the Boeing 747, because making 747 was not easy, because it requires a lot of engineering and a lot of safety issues. So audacious goals should be as big as that. And ultimately NEI identified a couple of them. One important one is the retinal regeneration, looking from the scratch to actually lab. Similarly, must have audacious goals, but little differently though for this country. We'll talk about one audacious goals which actually our friend and colleague Mukesh Taneja is working with our friends in Bascom Power, Miami. And this is a drone, like a drone, not a drone firing machine, but it's a slit lamp where you can use a slit lamp from a distance without actually be there physically or by any technician physically. This is what Mukesh, you want to make the presentation or should I continue? Okay, you want to talk this? I'll be happy, because this is all your work actually. Now, drone slit lamp that we have designed with Bascom Palmer is one exactly looks like or functions like a Zeiss slit lamp, except that certain parts are made so computerized that from distance you can operate. For example, to your right and left is the slit lamp, and this is how the certain parts are made into without changing any functionality of the slit lamp. This is three important components of a slit lamp: illumination, biomicroscopic motion and imaging, and every slit feature of these machines are unchanged. There is a full range of motion in each axis, X, Y and Z, that what slit lamp will do. Ocular imaging are as perfect as the machine, but instead of your eyes there are two cameras to take the pictures of right and left separately. And there is an overviewing camera to just look at the surroundings so that you don't lose perceptive of the like navigational vision that we have got for this periphery. This is how the machine looks like. This is the machine will X, Y or a Z axis, a fixation light and magnification, Z axis, everything you can do from a distance using a monitor. And this is how the monitors will look like. That this is how the different side profile of A and B look like. That all the systems stay somewhere here. Is not working. Okay, it's working. Somewhere here, and then one can otherwise it looks like a slit lamp. This comes with a particular kind of a joystick, where you can, sitting in a distant place as remote as possible, you can actually operate entire slit lamp. All the patients do is come and put a chin there, then you can do the entire operation from there and take pictures, take images and talk to the patient, give a diagnosis. If you do not want to, then you can use a keyboard, that all the functions that you can use a slit lamp with a joystick can also be converted into a keyboard, and you can use it so that when on a go you can do it. Don't have to sit in one place, you can go from room to room or place to place. While you are traveling, let's say, you can use your keyboard, you can use your laptop with your tab and actually do it. This is how I saw the pictures. The pictures are taken in Bascom Palmer, so they're not Indian eyes, in fact. And so this is how the picture look like, the right, left, and then using this range of motion, so one can actually take it. And if you have this particular kind of a 3D glass, then you can actually have a 3D image, which we normally cannot have because you are on distance. But once you wear that and use a slit lamp, then you can have a actually 3D perception view. So let's say you are looking at the cornea, you can look at the endothelium to epithelium to endothelium, or look at this, looking at the entry chamber, we can do the front and back like this. So this is also designed along the slit lamp. You can do a Skype because we can talk from a distance. You can talk to the patients and integrate with your entire system. Don't have to be in a particular room, which means that from a distant location, we can examine a patient as comfortably as you will be otherwise doing in person. Then if you have integrated to EMR, then other information that you normally want to have can integrate that. It becomes a wonderful system of recording. You can put your pictures here, you can do EMR, then you can do it. So if you want to do an operational study tomorrow, in a few years' time, most probably you do not have to actually send your optometrist, so all the technical people do it. Like we did 4 years, 4.5 years after study, 10,000 patients. If you use the technology, maybe you can do in 2 years' time. Using this technology, maybe you can do in a year's time. You can get the same data or same pristine data. You can get it and do quick work. More importantly, you can go to remote places where normally not possible to go. And these are some of these pictures taken in the camera from a distance that you can actually see the depth and image, and you can whatever you want to do, you can actually do it. And it's all tracking, auto focusing, everything it does. And there are some of the images that I want to show you. Then this has got a multiple platform, not necessarily have to be in a particular system. It can be Android, it can be Apple, it can be way they want to do it, or it can be Microsoft, and you can do from different distance. It is less like a mobile banking, that you don't have to go to a bank to do the banking. Like one of the wonderful ads where Deepika Padukone talks about that just came from the bank. Well, how did you go there? Because I am doing internet banking. So similarly, you can do a internet mobile slit lamp examination sitting wherever you want to sit. Example, you want to sit here and still examine a patient right now. You can do wherever you want to see a patient if the machine is already there. So our big bet, which Bill and Melinda talk about, the next 15 years will see a major breakthrough for most people, while resource-rich countries will remain where they are today. Maybe they may not improve significantly, but the resource-poor countries will have unprecedented opportunities. These opportunities has to be technology-led and will be actually audacious to think about. So then only world will become the world where the world should be. A country should not be behind just because of resources, but technology can take you forward. And we believe that, I personally agree with that, I believe that this global health equity is achievable by the goal that we'll hear in next few minutes. So to my opinion, audacious research goals in this country, because of resource constraints, should not be what they do in ABC countries or resource-rich countries. Our research should be just not available and affordable, as we've been talking for several years. And the difference that making it available affordable should be actually between the neglect and the empowerment. I always talk about that. You must have to empower the patients. Example, a diabetic patient should come and demand one day that, did you examine my retina properly? My father is a glaucoma, did you actually took my pressure by a fluorescent tonometer, not by a yours? That is called empowerment. So when you have the audacious goals of, to me, audacious goals should be actually empowering the patient. That way, while you make it available and affordable, it will also make a difference between neglect and no neglect. With this, I invite GVS to lead the entire session from now, and I will be sitting there and occasionally asking questions or making comments. Thank you.